Hello everyone, in this video you will learn how to integrate Pusher and OneSignal in Laravel. Before we start, make sure to like and subscribe as it really helps out the channel. Let's configure event broadcast with Pusher. So first let's go to terminal. And then we check the doc broadcasting. To configure the Pusher, we install this package. Okay, after that we change the driver here to Pusher. After that we need Pusher app key, app ID and secret, so let's create an account in the Pusher website here, and then we click sign in. We need to create a new app here by click on get started. Here is your app name, and you can create with the multiple environment. The below here is optional, and then after that click create app. After create, it will display like this. And then let's go and grab our app key here. And then we use it inside our .env file. After that, let's go back to our chat message controller, and then we're gonna implement our broadcast event here. First, let's create an event in our Laravel project. I will call it new message send event. And here I'm gonna implement Suit broadcast now. If your project has two set up, you can use Suit broadcast here. For constructor, I'm gonna get one parameter is chat message. For broadcast on, the channel name is chat, and then we pass our ID, chat ID. And then we have another function here, gonna make a custom broadcast name. We can override the method here by using broadcast as. Then we return the name of the event. After that we send back the data with the method broadcast with, and this function return back the array. I'm gonna send back the chat ID, chat message, chat ID, and we're gonna return back the message. And we need to pass this to array. So now let's use this in our store chat message here. I'm gonna call this private function send notification to other. This one I need a chat message. Okay, and then we get the chat ID, chat message, chat ID, and then we broadcast our event to others. So this one we use broadcast with the event class here, new message send with the parameter chat message. And then to broadcast to another people, we use two other. If you want to use these two other methods to work properly, you have to set a socket ID in the request header. And then let's test this out. Okay. Alright, so let's test it out. We go back to our debug console here. Here our API, so let's send create a chat message here. I'm gonna use to post the create chat message endpoint here, and then we send. Oops, we need chat ID once message hello. And then here we send the event. The event is the channel is the private chat one, and event name is message.send. Okay, now it seems it's work. So let's go move to our OneSignal integration. For OneSignal, I'm gonna use this library to install it. We use the command. For this extra configuration, we don't need it because it is for Laravel 5.4 only. After that, let's go to OneSignal website to add an account. After register an account, we log into OneSignal. After that, we can add an app here. In the whole series, we only focus on Android. We enter the app name and select Android and press next. After that, OneSignal requires a Firebase server key and sender ID. Let's go to Firebase console. Make sure you have a Firebase account. Let's add a new project and enter our project name here. After the project is created, let's go to project setting here. In cloud messaging tabs, we must enable cloud messaging API. After we enable it, let's go back to Firebase project settings and refresh the page. And then we get our keys and sender ID. Use it inside our OneSignal configuration. After that, select Flutter SDK and save. Right now we don't have our Flutter app yet, so there will be no subscriber. Now we can use this information to configure OneSignal in Laravel. As a side note here, we will come back to this Firebase console to add Android platform when we working on our Flutter app. And then we use this key here and REST API key to configure inside our app. First, we need to set this first in config.service in our Laravel app. Service. And we have 3 parameters here. Go to our env file. Then we use it here. This one is optional, so we don't need We'll set this. Just only need these two keys. Okay, so and then let's go back to our chat message controller here. Next, we gonna create a notification inside our Laravel app. Let's say message send. In our message send, we're gonna have one parameter. I will call it data. And then we're gonna use our OneSignal channel here. We push to our OneSignal channel class. We gonna have one method here called to OneSignal. First we get the message data from our data. And then we return back the OneSignal message class. Message. Then we create. Can set the subject. I will say message data. Let's say send the name. Send you a message. Then we have we can set the body here with the message. And we can set the data. Data here will be sent back to additional data when the client receive our push notification. Data here is we have the key pair with the data. We send back the message data to array here. We don't need it. Remove this. Okay, and then let's go to our user. And then here we create one method here called send new message notification. And then we notify our message notification we just created. In here we got a chat message, so we have to send the message to another user ID. So first we have to check if the user ID the user is exists or not, exclude ourselves. So first get our user, get current user. And then we need to check, we need to get the participant, exclude ourselves. First we set fit participant. And then we query only user ID here, current user ID. And then we query only the user ID is not equal to current user ID. First, so here when we query we will get only the participant as another user ID. And then we check if the participant, we count the chat participants is bigger than 0. In this case we have only 2 users because it is a private chat one-to-one. So the first index is the other user. So let's get other user here. Then we can get the user ID from user participant. We get the other user. Now we got other user model, so let's send new notification to this user. The data here we send is message data. Here we send the message data with the sender name, message, and we need to send the chat ID too for usage in our client app. Now we have set up this, and then let's test it out. I'm gonna send this message. Okay, so now it's work. Let's check our OneSignal dashboard. Need to refresh to see. So let's go check back to our user. OneSignal have one method called route notification for OneSignal. This is where you define the way to send to one single user that subscribe it. You can send via player ID, email, external IDs, or text. Use send by text with the key is user ID and value is the current model ID. But we need to have the subscribe user in our OneSignal dashboard too. So let's check it out in our audience and user. Normally we shouldn't have the user until we implement our Flutter app with OneSignal. But for testing I will use it for now. In here I have one default user and the user ID is 1. So I'm gonna set this to 1. So every message we send it to 1. Okay, let's test it out again. Maybe we have typo here. Send the name. Okay. And here username, not user. Test it out again. Okay, so now I check the message here. See all the message. We filter the current message here. Alright, here it's work. Hello guys. Okay. Refresh. Okay, now it's work. Hey guys, thanks for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe if this video is helpful to you guys, as it is one way to motivate me to do more videos in the future. In the next video, we'll work on our Flutter app on sign in and sign up feature with Flutter block and freeze. So stay tuned for upcoming video. Thank you.